The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. Senate President Mig Zubiri is defending the Commission on Appointments after several presidential appointees were bypassed. Zubiri, who serves as chairman of the CA, said scheduling conflicts got in the way of the confirmation. Despite the lack of time, Zubiri said they were still able to confirm a handful of appointments in record time. Zubiri also clarified that there was no order to neglect the confirmation hearing of Attorney Trixie Angeles, former COA chairman Jose Calida, and former Executive Secretary Vic Rodriguez.
No time left, and not to mention that many of them were with the president during the trip to Indonesia, Singapore, and the United States. So almost 3 weeks po ang nawala sa kanila to be able to appear in Congress to pass their nominations or confirmation.
President Bongbong Marcos says that the shortlist for press secretary is now down to 3. The president said that he is looking for a media practitioner, or at least familiar to the media industry, to fill the post, left by Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. The chief executive said the announcement on the next press secretary will likely be released next week. Among those rumored to be the next press secretary are Attorney Mike Toledo, Transportation Undersecretary Cesar Chavez, PAGCOR Board Director Gilbert Remulla, and Film Director Paul Soriano.
Obviously, you need somebody who's very experienced is probably a journalist or is is a media practitioner. Yun naman ang kailangan, na marunong mag-messaging para yung mga gusto namin palabasin talagang lumalabas. That's what's important, that we get the information, the messaging across.
House Speaker Martin Romualdez said across-the-board budget refinements were made to come up with realigned funds for health and education. However, Romualdez did not specify where the lower house sourced some 77 billion pesos to be realigned for the two sectors. More than 20 billion of the realigned funds were repurposed for various programs of the health department, while at least 10 billion went to school and classroom building as well as special education programs. Some workers are up in arms over the construction of the Metro Manila subway as it forces some establishments to close down temporarily. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez with a report.
Due to the construction of the Metro Manila subway, parts of Meralco Avenue here in Pasig City is now closed. But aside from causing heavy traffic, the subway's construction also means that the decade-old Metro Walk building needs to be demolished. This did not sit well with some employees of establishments in Metro Walk. 23-year-old Kim could not help but feel bad about the pending demolition of the building. Kim explained he has just started working at a Korean restaurant in Metro Walk, and now he has to look for another job.
No choice naman kung magstay kami dito, ano naman gagawin namin, di ba?
Alfred, who has been working at Metro Walk for about 7 years, said he's in favor of the construction of the subway. But he admits the demolition of the building is a big loss for them all.
Malaking epekto yan sa amin dahil nga mawawalan na kami ng trabaho. Ito lang yung inaasahan naming trabaho para makalutas sa pang-araw-araw. Wala na kaming magagawa.
The Meralco Avenue underground station of the Metro Manila subway is estimated to be about 1 hectare long. That's why the northbound and southbound lanes of Meralco Avenue from Capitol Commons to Shaw Boulevard will remain closed for 6 years to give way to its construction. Authorities say that once the project is complete, all commercial establishments affected by the construction will be allowed to return. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
More stories after this short break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. The Philippines is hoping to fill the gap in the global supply of nurses as more and more countries experience a shortage in medical workers. More details in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
If I work abroad, my abilities can be expanded. Unlike here,
Healthcare systems around the world are experiencing a nurse shortage as many protest low wages and long hours. Others threatening to quit after years of working under the pandemic. That means governments are competing to attract talent from countries like the Philippines, the world's largest exporter of nurses. Elaine Torres is one of thousands of young Filipinos responding to the calls. She juggles a 6-hour commute 6 days a week to attend nursing school with the dream of working overseas for a better pay and lifestyle.
I decided to enroll in nursing school since last year, 2021. I'm considering job overseas. I'm looking forward po in working in New Zealand.
The shortage for nurses is on track to more than double from pre-pandemic levels to reach 13 million people globally. Countries are implementing initiatives to welcome foreign workers as quickly as possible. Germany aims to recruit Filipino nurses by offering to pay for travel expenses, language training, and helping find accommodation. Australia is increasing its skilled migrant cap by 35,000 to 195,000 workers, which includes nurses.
There's a lot of changes po needed for me to work here in the Philippines. Healthcare system here is not as good as some other countries.
The Philippines issued more than 11,000 nursing licenses last year, but it's still far from making up the potential shortage of 13 million.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. Unemployment slightly rose to 5.3% in August, up from 5.2% in July. The latest figure translates to around 2.68 million jobless Filipinos. The Taguig City Police has dismissed claims of unreported crimes in Bonifacio Global City. Authorities said these claims on social media are malicious and have not been verified. The Taguig City Police said they are in talks with establishments in the business district. And OPEC and its allies have agreed to slash oil production by 2 million barrels per day due to market uncertainties. This is their biggest cut since the onset of the pandemic. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Maricel Halili. We are One News.